Hi guys. You probably heard how smiling can elevate your mood because it releases endorphins in the brain, and frowning constantly can depress your mood because it releases cortisoles in the brain. Similar can happen with your posture, and the posture you choose can put you in fight or flight mode. So you'll see beginners in the tertia, we teach them to have a very light lead leg, and that's because we want them to instinctively be able to avoid an attack and escape, so that not charging in force on an attacker, get attacked at night, something suddenly comes at you with a knife. You want your first instinctive move to get out of there. That's easier with the weight in the back leg. However, when we go to advanced material, you're going to see a lot more weight on the forward leg, so 60-40, right, weight distribution. And that's putting you in fight mode. That makes you more confident, feeling more aggressive, more in charge of the situation. This is how I teach officers to shoot a firearm, a handgun. For many years at the academy, the Court Academy, we used to get the NYPD use of force report. And they found they had depending on the year, in the 90s, a 20 to 25% hit ratio. And that was, even though NYPD had a real firefight distance of about 1/3 of the national average, according to the FBI. And what they were doing was firing from isosceles stance, and they were rocking back on their heels under recoil and under, trying to escape. And they found that NYPD had a large percentage of hits on the second-story windows behind the bad guy. So when I was teaching them, this relates to the church in a moment, when I would teach the officers, I'd have them lean forward, 60-40 weight distribution, arms out. They're aiming first at the hips so they can see the total picture better, can see the bad guy's hands and waist area better. And then recoil, because the gravity would help them control the weapon, would come right back down, and they didn't have that propensity to shoot up. It also puts them psychologically in a fight mode. They're more confident, they're more in charge of the situation. So that's what you're going to see in the tertia advanced weapon work. A lot of it, you're starting from a slight forward lean. So I'll show you some drills for that in a moment.